this is cool. I'm gonna show you how I made it, and I'm also going to show you some other tricks I found along the way. Let's go. The inspiration for this video came a while ago actually. If you're a long-time subscriber to the channel, you maybe remember I bought a GEEEEEEEE Tech A20M in around November, I think, last year. It's a two-colour printer, and what I noticed is if you put in two colours and set it to mix, you get this. This is not really mixing. So let's explore why. This phenomenon is actually called co-extrusion, and it's frankly a rabbit hole, but to give you the layman TLDR version, smushing two filaments in like shown will create an interface between the two materials. How they actually mix is down to fluid dynamics and something known as the Reynolds number, and for something as viscous as melted PLA, that's going to mean not much mixing at all. The bottom line is, if you put two filaments in and layer them side by side, you will, by nature of the science involved, always get this co-extrusion effect. Always. Now, whether it's a bug or a feature is down to your personal opinion. So in the comments of that video, I was challenged to co-extrude co-extruded filament. It was new back then, and it's taken me ages to get hold of some, mainly because it's so expensive, and it's also taken a long time to be available in the UK. But thankfully that time has finally come, and I have here the most striking co-extruded filament that I've actually seen. This is a 4-pack of matte co-extruded PLA, and if you want it, you can check out the link below. It is good stuff. I print with Everyone a lot because it's cheap and I don't have any issues with it. But now they've also started doing some fancy filaments, and I've got quite a lot on backlog to try. So anyway, where were we? Co-extruding, co-extruded, extruded, extrusion, I think. Well, first up, this is what you get when you just print this stuff on a normal printer. If indeed you can call the FL Sun Super Racer a normal printer. This effect is cool, but we can do better. Co-extruded plus a single colour on the G-Tech mixing nozzle seems to work well. Co-extruded plus co-extruded, though, is what you all wanted to see, and I'm kind of sorry to disappoint. It is okay, it works, but the choice of colours probably factors in, but also, if you think about what you're doing in this process, the alignment of the two filaments, it's probably suboptimal, and you have no control over the way the filaments align with the Bowden tubes, I guess. But we have another trick up our sleeve. Of course, the A20M is a full mixing hot end, meaning it can vary the proportions that it sends into the nozzle, as well as just doing 50-50, which is what we've seen so far. The firmware allows you to specify, and this is the good bit, it allows you to specify a gradient with a start and finish height. So next, we're not done yet. This is something that you can do at home, and you don't need a G-Tech A20M. And shout out to Filament Stories for bringing this one to my attention. You can print filament. It actually works surprisingly well. This is insane. But there is one huge caveat, that's the maybe. The printer has to support being able to stop halfway. And I say that because most Ender clones, even nowadays, in my experience, they don't do that on stock firmware. And I don't really understand why we still have this situation where filament change commands in the sliced file, in the G-code, are being either ignored or just not handled well. But I totally lucked out, because the printer that I had on review at the time that I was making this video, this is the Sovol SV01 Pro here, this does a really good job of filament change commands. That's what I use to print this filament out on. And I hope this defines a standard going forwards. I'd like to see all printers supporting filament change in this way to make it this easy. Oh, and if you're wondering if you can print the filament just all in one go with the mixing nozzle without any filament change on the G-Tech, no, I mean, I'm not going to try and overanalyze what's going on here, but for some reason, when you try this, it activates the exact opposite of what I said earlier, and you get fully mixed filament, or close enough. It's not satisfactory. So I printed something with the filament I made on the SV01 Pro, and here it is. I found it hard and tedious to get colour combinations that work well together. I guess the moral of the story is it depends what you're after, but co-extruding your own filament seems to give quite different and unpredictable results compared to buying stuff like this Eri-1 filament, which almost certainly is going to give you exactly the results that you expect. Also, I would advise some caution with silk filament types, I guess due to a phenomenon known as dye swell, which is something that happens with silk filament especially. The filament appears to be larger than it should when it's been extruded, and I had a lot of trouble with the filament mixers that included silk. They were getting jammed in the Bowden tube even, the PTFE tube, which has quite a lot of extra space around, so that's how much it's expanded. This of course led to more friction and under extrusion, and in a couple of cases it even jammed and ruined the print. You could of course compensate for this if you were trying to make it work, sure, but it starts getting complicated at that point. Finally, one of the channel patrons asked if I would look into printing this with the co-extruded filaments. It is an optical illusion. I tried it and it didn't really work well, but then we discussed it, and it seems that this is down to the direction of the walls being made, the way the nozzle goes around. For the best effect, you need to not reverse direction when you're drawing the outer perimeters. I looked at Matter Control, which is a slicer by Matter Hackers. I've never used it before. I didn't even know it existed, to be honest, but it does fix the issue, and it didn't take too long to figure out how to use it, and the result is far superior to the one Cura gave. Apparently, though, I could have not bothered, and I could have just used Prusa Slicer, because all outer walls are drawn anti-clockwise in Prusa Slicer, so I've heard. That came from one of the developers, so I presume it's true. I haven't tried it. Oh well. So I think that's probably enough for one episode. If you have any more mad suggestions, then please put them in the comments, and I'll see about maybe doing them in future. If you tried anything and found you got a cool effect, then also put it in the comments. Also, check out our Discord with pretty much 300 members now, and if you want to support the channel, then there is a Patreon link and whatnot down below. And I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.